The Wisconsin Badgers are 18-4. They're in first place in the Big Ten, and they're ranked third nationally after sweeping Notre Dame last weekend in South Bend. On Friday, Wisconsin won 2-1 behind the goaltending of Kyle McClellan and Charlie Stramel's first career game-winning goal. Then Saturday, after building a big lead, the Badgers had to hang on with William Grama, the star in between the pipes. Now Wisconsin has a non-conference series at home against Lindenwood. I'm Brian Posick, and head coach Mike Hastings joins us next on the Badger Hockey Digest.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles, with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 2.99% APR financing for 60 months on a tough 2023 Toyota Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
Well, Mike, two different games entirely in South Bend last weekend. Let's start with Friday. Owen Lindmark gets the first goal of the game and then sets up Charlie Stramel with a game winner on a power play, and Kyle McClellan did the rest in a 2-1 victory. That was a solid road win, wasn't it?
You know what? We went in with some guys out of the lineup, and we talked about being on the road and trying to maintain some momentum. So there were a lot of opportunities, I think, for us to grab the excuse train, and the guys didn't. I thought when we broke down, Kyle, as he has been throughout the season, was there for us. I thought that was probably one of his most influential performances of the season, and I liked our guys sticking with it, and I thought Lindy had a great night. It was good to see Charlie get back on the scoreboard and for us to get into Saturday.
Yeah, and then Saturday was a wild one. Wisconsin's up 5-1, and then Notre Dame made a major push, didn't it?
Yeah, and you knew they would. You go on the road in this league, nobody likes to get swept, and especially at home. And they got out and started running, and we didn't manage it real well. I want to give credit to them, though. I mean, we've got an awful lot of good forwards, and they were making a press at home to try and get it back to square, and they almost did. I thought Grame hopping in and being put on center stage and have him perform the way that he did over the back half of the second period allowed us to get in with that lead, which I think gave us an opportunity to catch our breath, get our feet back underneath us, and finish it in the third period.
Yeah, Williams stopped all 23 shots he faced, 10 in the second, and then 13 in the third. The Badgers win 7-4, and a big goal in the third period from Ben Dexheimer.
You know what is, we talked about it as soon as we got back into the locker room, and it was, you could hear Benny screaming all the way up the rink. You know, Tassie had an entry, and Ben came back and just hopped up into the play and was communicating with Tass. Tass makes a good play, and then I thought Benny did the rest. He came in and threatened on the strong side, got around the net, and beat the goaltender to the far post, and got us a 2-goal lead, which allowed the guys to breathe a little easier, or at least the coaches.
Right, exactly. Badgers have won 9 in a row, getting ready for Lindenwood. More on the Lions coming up in a bit. But before Wisconsin played at Notre Dame, Quinn Finley won gold medal with USA Hockey at the World Junior Championships in Gothenburg, Sweden. You've coached in there. You've medaled there. That's quite an accomplishment for Quinn and Team USA.
That's a forever. Yeah. You know, that's something that him, that group, that staff, representing your country, I don't know for the people that were watching, but I can tell you from a guy that's had the privilege to be a part of USA Hockey, to see our young man singing our national anthem and being at the top of the podium at the end and going through the adversity that they went through, it's just something that they'll have for the rest of their life. So not only did it do something for themselves, the staff, all of USA Hockey, but it did for our country, and very proud.
Yeah. Let's take 2 minutes with the Badgers freshman and gold medalist, Quinn Finley.
It was an unbelievable experience, definitely something I'll remember for the rest of my life.
You know, it's interesting, too. There were 12 Big Ten players on that team. One of the captains, Rutger McGroarty from Michigan. You've got Jimmy Snuggerud from Minnesota, Trey Augustine, the goaltender, and Isaac Howard from Michigan State. Your roommate and line mate, Danny Nelson from Notre Dame. What was it like? I mean, you've played against these guys, and now they're your teammates. What was that like?
Yeah, just definitely talking about how our teams are doing and how we think our teams are going to do the second half. Just talking about that with guys. And, yeah, I mean, it was something that just saying, like, oh, it's so fun to play in your rink. Oh, I can't wait for you to come play in ours. So, yeah, it was definitely a cool experience, and those guys are great guys.
So you had a different role with Team USA. David Carl, the head coach from Denver. Tell us about your role and what you learned.
Yeah, just trying to be a penalty kill, more like defensive role type of forward, manage pucks, and yeah, I think we did a good job with it. Me and Danny Nelson were kind of those go-to guy defensive role players, and yeah, I mean, we were counted on in a couple situations, and we did a good job.
Yeah, so that's something you can bring back here. I mean, I suppose you learned a lot playing in that tournament that you can bring back here to the University of Wisconsin.
Yeah, absolutely. Just trying to add those things to my toolbox, and just learning how to do all those types of situations and use them here in Wisconsin.
Sure. Quinn also has a battle wound from the World Junior Championship. You'll have that scar forever, and I'm sure you'll look in the mirror and say, oh yeah, and I won a gold medal, right?
Right, yeah, a couple stitches up there, but yeah, hopefully the scar's not too big on the face.
He's a good-looking kid, Quinn Finley, and the Badgers are playing so very well, too. So what can you help with this team? What can you add to this team now as, you know, won 9 in a row, first place in the Big Ten. What can you bring back?
Yeah, just doing everything I can to help our team keep winning, you know, whether that's scoring or come back and play in defensive role, whatever I have to do to help our team win, and yeah, it's been fun.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week, it's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
Wisconsin's 8-2 in non-conference play, wraps up non-league play this weekend at home against Lindenwood. And Mike, you look at the pairwise rankings, which mimic the formula the NCAA uses to select the 16-team tournament field, and you're number 2 right now. All these games are important, aren't they?
They are, and I know there's been talk throughout the season. Is it too early to talk about the pairwise? From a coaching standpoint, it's never too early because really you're working on your book of business. At the end of the year, every single game counts. And for us right now, we've put some hay in the barn where we've had some success over the period where we're at today, but we get to control now what's in front of us. And so these are 2 very important games in our own building, getting back to home and try and play through our identity through these last 2 games before we have a week off.
All right, well, good luck this weekend against Lindenwood.
Thank you.
Sure, the Badgers shooting for their first 10-game winning streak in 40 years. They face the Lions Friday and Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Both games on the Badgers Sports Network and the Varsity Network app. For Mike Hastings and Jay Williams, I'm Brian Posick. Thanks for watching the Badger Hockey Digest.
This has been a presentation from Learfield,